In the modern day world, one of the biggest problems is stress. What causes nervousness is not the enormity of work in front of us, but our attachment to the results. If we could release this attachment to the results, we could apply all our intellectual and mental faculties on the effort, and the results would naturally be secured. That is the science of work. This message of detaching from the fruits of results is so relevant to all of us. Because in the modern day world, all executives are subject to stress. One of the biggest problems is stress. How do we control stress? Now, what is the reason behind? Even students come to me regularly. Swamiji, my exams are coming up, I'm totally stressed out. I'm feeling nervous. Well, the fact that exams are coming is no reason to be nervous. What is making you nervous is not the exams. What is making you nervous is your attachment to the results. I must get so much. What will happen if I don't get? Now the mind is contemplating the results. And when the results are the focus, our application on the efforts is naturally suffering. If we could release this attachment to the results, we could apply all our intellectual and mental faculties on the effort, and the results would naturally be secured. But when the results are hovering over the mind, then our efforts are suffering. One person went and asked his Guruji, by doing sadhana in this manner, how quickly will I reach the goal? He said, well, it could be about 5 years. So Guruji, if I keep my results in mind and try harder, how long will it take? Guruji said 10 years. Because your mental faculties, intellectual faculties will be otherwise engaged. So what causes nervousness is not the enormity of work in front of us, but our attachment to the results. And if that attachment can be given up, then work becomes a breeze. God only wants us to do our best in the present. And the famous verse of the Bhagavad Gita, which every Indian knows, Karmanne vadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. Arjun, you have the right to perform your duty. But do not be attached to the results. They are not for your pleasure in any case. And don't consider yourself to be the doer. Just like people play golf. And the focus is, all right, how many strokes? It's always playing with the results in mind. So they are not enjoying their game. It's always about results. And supposing they could just put the results aside, forget it. Let me focus on enjoying my shot right now. I call that NATO. NATO is an acronym for the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, but I call it an acronym for not attached to results. So if you're not attached to results and you just enjoy hitting that, you'll have the most enjoyable game of golf. And that is the science of work. Focus on your effort in the present. Work will become easy. One clockmaker, he made a grandfather clock. And he was about to put it in action when he heard a groan. He said, where did this groan come from? So the pendulum started speaking. It said, I was thinking of my life ahead of me. I need to tick-tock millions of times. The clockmaker said, don't focus on that. Simply take it one tick-tock at a time. So the pendulum followed the advice and it would just do one tick-tock, and it's been doing that for many, many years. Similarly, if we become detached to results, we focus totally on our efforts. And that detachment lays the ground for karma yoga.